Today we are rebuilding Bologna, who are in the Champions League for the very first time in the 24-25 season. They have been eliminated in the group stage, but they have given it a good go. And in Serie A they are right now sitting in 6th place at the time of recording of this video. Having a look at this squad, this is not a team that should be in the top 4. They've really done well last season, but they have sold the likes of Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United, so that was a little bit of a problem for them. There are a couple of talented players in this squad. Ferguson is only 24. The whole back line is quite young as well. Skorupski is old in net, but we have the likes of Dominguez, who is only 20, and Fabian, only 21, with Dalinga, only 23 as well. On the bench, Castro is only 19. He's a real talented striker. However, there are a couple of rules we need to follow during this rebuild. So first off, we can only bring in players under 20 million, maximum 20 million. So no players for like 25 million until we are the champions of Italy. So until we win Serie A effectively. The second thing we need to do is sell our first 2 players that we get offers for. So any players we get an offer for until we win the league again, in this case as well, we are obliged actually to sell the first 2 players that we get offers for. I have, by the way, chosen the wing play tactical preset here for this Bologna squad because we've got good wingers. And we have got about 30 million in our budget. Again, let's remember, we cannot buy players for over 20 million in this first season as we're not the champions of Italy. And so the first player we get an offer for is Andri Fanar Baldursson. I don't know this guy. 1.2 million from Al Fayya. And we have to accept that. That's actually not too bad of an offer for a player we won't use probably ever. However, that is what I feared. The second offer already coming in from Inter. It's a very low offer as well. 28.6 million when we could get 40. I'm not even allowed to negotiate the contract. He's 27, only 81 rated. That really hurts the soul, but we have to accept it. We have no other choice. There we go then. Baldursson is alright with me, but Orsolini, exactly what I said. If we have to sell Orsolini, we are in the mud, and we are. 28.6 million to Inter. Which at least means that we've got 60 million to replace him, but of course we cannot buy a player for more than 20 million. So again, it's going to be very difficult to replace him. And so we strike a deal with this same man, Giovanni Quenda, joining us, a 17-year-old right midfielder. I know he's got the bags of potential. He's coming in for only about 15 million from Sporting to strengthen our team. There are also a few players on loan to us, like Casale. We've also got other players. Where are they? Porsche is actually out on loan. Calabria is also on loan to us. Maybe we should consider bringing him in. We have Tommaso Pobega, he's 74 rated, he's also on loan. Our next signing is going to be one of those players that were on loan to us. A 27-year-old right back from Milan. I think you know where this is going, guys. We've of course just looked at him. It is Davide Calabria, the right back, joining us for 15 million. We've then proceeded to sell Usama El Azouzi for 2.3 million to Genk in Belgium and loaned out both Fabian and Dominguez because they need some more growth which they won't get at our club. Even though we were on the cusp of not being able to bring him in because he was going to be too expensive, we did it. We have made a 20 million transfer for a new centre-back from AC Milan. Coming in is the Italian Matteo Gabbia for 20 million from AC Milan, a centre-back, 24 years of age. That also means I'm going to relieve or terminate the loan of Nicolo Casale, who goes back to Lazio. Same goes for Tommaso Pobega, who goes back to Milan. The four-season one where we are, of course, in the Champions League. We've now got Gabbia alongside Boykema in the centre-back spot. Holm gets replaced by Calabria, we've signed on a permanent. And the other one is, of course, Joffrey or Giovanni Quenda, I think he's called. 75 rated. Castro up top. I mean, this team has got a lot of potential, I'm not going to lie. Even Endoy on left midfield is good. We're actually only sitting in 9th place after 22 games in Serie A on 33 points. Granted on same points than Atalanta, but already 9 points of Napoli in fourth, that is a lot, and 21 points of Inter in first, who are still without a loss even. However, we have made it out of the Champions League phase in 13th position on 13 points, and we'll play the playoff round against Monaco from France. It is the first leg with Monaco, first away from home in France, and it's a 3-2 loss. Balogun with a brace and Suso with a goal. Castro and Moro scored for us, but that was not enough. This might well be our last showing in the UCL for quite some time. We are facing Monaco in the second leg. We've already done well to get here, but we've get absolutely destroyed. Even though we were 1-0 ahead, we concede 4 goals in the process without scoring once, and we are out 7-3 on aggregate. And so it finishes in Serie A with us being in 9th place. We won't get European football next season unless we've won Coppa Italia. We are about 30 points behind leaders and champions Milan. Yeah, the cup goes to AS Roma over Napoli. We have made the round of 16 before getting knocked out on penalties by Genoa. So in the end, the Champions League goes to Real Madrid over Dortmund. The Europa League, an all-Turkish affair, to Fenerbahce over Galatasaray. And the Conference League goes to Real Betis over Ghent. Yeah, it is quite easy to understand why we've done well in some occasions and not so well in others, because 26 goals for Castro is great, 17 and 13 for Ferguson is good as well. Carlsen with 17 out on loan at Lecce. Some of the players have grown really, really well. Even Skorupski has gone up to an 80. Gabia and Boykema now 80 overall. We have Calabria at an 80 overall. Moro 78, he's 27. Freuler is already 33. I think he's gone down. As I said, Quenda has gone up. We won't play European football in season 2. No, absolutely no chance. But we still have to sell our first 2 offers that we get for the players we get. So it's going to be another tough season. And so the first offer coming in this season is from Europa League champions Fenerbahce. Want Emil Holm, for 8.6 million, which is about his market value. So I think this is fair. I'm gonna send him out to Fenerbahce. So that is our first transfer. Not too hurtful, I must say. The second offer doesn't count because it is a loan offer. The third is for Pitié, and the fourth is actually for Calabria. So we are lucky. We have to accept Pitié, and if it goes through, then yeah, we don't have to sell another player anymore. I hope those 2 go through now, because otherwise we might have to sell Calabria. No, it hasn't gone through. Pitié has rejected the move to Charlotte, and so I have to sell Calabria for 22.7 million. That is so unlucky. Oh my. So both of them have been sold. Holm to Fenerbahce, Calabria back to Milan for 22.7 million. We got about 30 million. We have to replace the right back position now because both of them are right backs. Yeah, that's what we are doing. We are bringing in a new right back from Manchester United actually, but he wasn't playing there. 21-year-old Spaniard Juan Luis Sanchez joining us at Bologna for 17 million. We still have around 100 million in our bank, but we cannot use this money really because we cannot buy players for more than 20 million. And if you wonder why we've got so much money, we've also sold Stefan Posch, John Lukumi, Odegaard, Carlsen. So a lot of money has come into the club. We didn't need any of those guys anymore. This guy here cost me Calabria, but we've gone on for Sanchez now, and that's the only signing we are making as well. Strengthening the right back spot. Freuler and Moro are not the greatest CDMs, but we are going to replace them in the upcoming seasons. What we are doing though is bringing in a new goalkeeper, because Skorupski of course is already 33. I'm bringing a man in not even his prime yet, a Serbian keeper from Roma. It is Miles Vilar joining us in a swap deal for 15 million plus Lukasz Skorupski, who was about 3.5 million. The season we finish in 5th place on 70 points, 21 wins, 7 draws, 10 losses, a much better season. And we have been finished runner-up in Coppa Italia. We've lost the final to Napoli, but a valiant run still. The Champions League goes to Atletico Madrid over Barcelona. Villarreal win 4 Spanish teams in Champions League and Europa League final. Villarreal win it over Betis here. And Olympiacos They defeat Valencia. They win the Conference League. Valencia don't make it a Spanish treble in Europe. Ferguson and Castro have done well. 23 goals each, especially for Ferguson. That is crazy. 12 and 12 for Quenda, much better. Dalinga, I sent him out on loan. He's up to an 80 overall already, but he can now be back up, I think. We've had a much better season. Granted, no European football, but therefore we will have it again next season. Probably, presumably, Europa League football in Season 3. Still, again, we have to sell 2 more players in Season 3, and the first offer coming in is for Liko Giannis, who I'm absolutely not opposed to selling. Actually, 2 offers, we're accepting both of them, Lorient and Midtjylland. Next offer comes in for Pitié, again this guy. I'm accepting it to go to Famalicão, otherwise we have to sell Cambiaghi. Pitié has rejected a move and Cambiaghi's negotiations have broken down, so you have to wait still. The next 2 offers coming in for Pitié and Cambiaghi, I've accepted them both once again. In the end, the 3 of them have been sold, Pitié and Cambiaghi. I wouldn't have needed to sell Cambiaghi, but oh well. He goes to Gladbach and Pitié goes to Blackburn. What I want to replace from this team, Fabian cannot really get converted to a CDM. Freuler is too old, so we need probably a new CDM. Probably also either a new left midfielder or a new left back, because both of them have really long development plans until they reach the next rating. And so we've got our new man for just about 10 million. It is a Brazilian joining us, 20 years of age, from PSG, by the name of Gabriel Moscardo, as I said, for 10 million from the French capital. Something amazing just happened as we've gotten hold of a new left back, very talented at the age of only 21, coming in from the Premier League. It is the Argentinian Valentin Barco joining us for just the cusp, 20 million. In the end, we have sold Juan Miranda, the other left back, of course, to give game time to Barco. 18 million we got for Miranda from Lazio. We will effectively be in the Champions League this season, which is a bit weird as we finished 5th, but yeah, that is the competition we play. This is the team we are going into Season 3 with. I couldn't replace Endoy so far, but Barco has replaced the former left back, of course. We've also got Moscardo at CDM. He's 20 years old, 76 rated already. Castro up to an 83, Quenda up to an 83, Suilar up to an 84. And yeah, the team actually, in all honesty, is looking good, especially now that Barco has taken over left back. He's only 78, but he will certainly grow quite fast. The halfway point of Season 3, we are sitting in 8th position, only 4 losses, but 11 draws have just killed us so far. 35 points. However, in the Champions League, we finished in 2nd place in the league phase. How does that work? 2nd place, we go through automatically to the round of 16. Champions League round of 16, we get Arsenal, so a very difficult opposition here. First away from home at Arsenal Stadium, and it's a 1-0 win. Arsenal still bottling Champions League. It is the return leg. Can we fulfill the upset here at home at the Renato De Lara? No, we lose 2-0. Arsenal come back from behind. They heard me talking and they came back from behind. We are out of the Champions League in the round of 16. We finish in 5th place again on 18 wins, 13 draws and 7 losses. We have had a good second part of the season. 5 points still behind Juventus and 10 behind league winners Napoli. Also played in the EA Sports Super Cup where we got knocked out by Milan in the semi-finals. Milan go on and win that tournament as well. Inter win the Coppa Italia over Napoli. Here we've been knocked out by Juve in the round of 16 on penalties. In the end, the Champions League goes to RB Leipzig over Barcelona. Newcastle win the Europa League over Lille. And Rapid Wien from Austria win the Conference League over Lens. That's a great story. Both Ferguson and Castro have been unbelievable. 29 goals for Castro, 87 rated, 18 goals for Ferguson, 12 and 18 for Moro. Dalinga was on loan for Inter and scored 11 goals as well. 8 and 11 for Quenda then. Our squad is in unbelievable shape. Apart from Moscardo, everyone is in their 80s or above. So we can attack next season with power and with confidence. Even Endrig is at Napoli. That's something unbelievable. But we finished in 5th place in Serie A, so I don't know, probably Europa League, but maybe also Champions League like last season. And yes, it will be Champions League once again. This is not good. Two of our wingers have been offered for at the start of the fourth season, and we still have to accept them as we are not the champions of Italy. Dominguez will go probably to Juve, and then Doi will go to Atalanta, two rivals as well. Okonkwo couldn't have been the second one, no. So the first one has been sold. Dan and Doi goes to Atalanta for 30 million. Shortly after, Benjamin Dominguez goes to Juventus for 48 million. We do have 230 million, but we still cannot spend more than 20 million on a single player. For that left midfield / left wing spot, I've gone in for a player I have no idea existed. He's only 16 years old, a regen, already in his 70s overall wise. And he has certainly got the potential to be special. It is Andreas Nielsen joining us for 12 million from Celta in Spain. I've actually decided to bring in a new centre-back for the future by the name of Luka Vuskovic from PSG for 18 million. And so we've also sold both Sam Bokema and Martin Erlich just to guarantee game time for Luka Vuskovic, who is 76 rated, an exciting prospect. We are obviously taking a hit in terms of rating, in terms of overall, but Vuskovic will grow fastly, hopefully, just like Moscardo. We have, of course, sacrificed the left wing as well. Nielsen is there. He's 74 rated, the lowest rated in the starting 11, but probably the one that will grow the fastest. And I've changed, as you can see, to a 4-3-3 with Ferguson back to CM, Kenda on right wing. Both of them will need a little bit of time to change their position. Just look at this January. We are not doing well, facing Liverpool and Man City in the Champions League, losing both of those. Really, we can see that in the table. We are in 8th place, 15 points already behind Milan in first. We haven't done too badly though in the Champions League. Those two losses were 2 of only 3. We have won 5 games and qualified easily for the playoff round, where we will face Sporting from Portugal. First leg away at Sporting, Nielsen already up to a 77, Quenda up to an 88. We have Castro and Ferguson up to an 88, Moscardo up to an 80. Let's see how this goes. At home to Bologna, it's a 2-3 loss. That is not great. We lose Nielsen, Juanlu. Oh, actually, we win 3-2. What am I talking about? I thought we were Sporting for a second. I mean, that is one of the biggest oopsies I have ever seen. Nielsen with a brace. That is actually great. After that legendary brain fart, we are facing Sporting again, this time at home. And this time I'm gonna get it right. It's a 2-all, 5-4 on aggregate. We progress again. Nielsen with a brace. What a player. Could be well over though in the round of 16 as we are facing PSG with a strong team, but maybe not strong enough, and that is exactly what happened. McDonald and De Paul score for PSG. Vuskovic for us against his former club as well. Here it is then, second leg. It would be a magical turnaround, but it doesn't happen. Pulisic with the goal for PSG. 1-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. We are out. At the end of the day, we slip to 7th place. Actually, we mount to 7th place from 8. But still not good enough. Only 3 points of Roma and 16 of Milan. We are going backwards this season. That is not great. Atalanta win the Coppa Italia over Napoli. Here we've made it to the quarterfinals before getting knocked out by Roma. At the end of the day, Barcelona win the Champions League over Inter. The Europa League goes to Spurs over Frankfurt. The Conference League to Lyon over Celta Vigo. 32 goals, I mean, Castro is nearly too good for this team. 21 for Nielsen is great. He's up to a 79. That's why we bought him. 18 goals for Fabian. And then a big drop-off to the next guys. Ferguson only played 34 games. Again, I don't like the drop-off in the league. Round of 16 of the Champions League is fine, but I want to make that next step, and we can't do that unless we are first in the league. That is what I feared. We have received an offer for Luis Ferguson for 110 million from Barcelona, and we have to accept that. Unfortunately, let's do that. Accept the offer. And there we are. In the follow-up, we've actually made 2 deals happen. First, the 19-year-old Croatian, an exciting prospect, maybe the Luka Modric regen. In Dejan Knežević, coming in from Celta Vigo for 20 million, just on the brink again. And another player with a lot of potential coming in, a centre-back again. We don't have a lot of centre-backs, so we just decided to bring this guy in. From Lille in France for 11.5 million, he is Caio Correa, Brazilian centre-back. So I always reject offers with swap deals, but they have come in a couple of offers for Sosa and Corazza, and I'm going to accept both of those. Just, I don't care who we lose of those, we can lose both. I don't really care. We have sold Tommaso Corazza to Luton Town in the end, after Luis Ferguson to Barcelona. This one hurts, but oh well, Corazza doesn't really hurt. We are lucky we can escape to lose Vuskovic, as both offers here from Brighton and Milan can be rejected, which is great. Looking at the starting 11, Fabian is now the starter. He played most of the games anyway last season. He's 84 rated. Nielsen 80 rated at the age of 17. We have Correa in the team. We have Gnezevic in the team. So the squad is coming together nicely. Gabia and Vuskovic at centre-back. Svilar up to an 86. We will, by the way, be in the Conference League, where we should actually win the cup as well. Finally, we've done it. We are the champions of Italy. I can't believe it. We are 2 points ahead of Juve. Where has that come from, guys? We're even the winners of Coppa Italia. We have made the Italian double. Wow. Of course, be competing in the Champions League and no restrictions. No players have to be sold, and we can buy for as much as we like. Finally, Liverpool defeat Real Madrid in this Champions League. Man United defeat Roma in the Europa League. Osasuna have defeated ourselves in the Conference League final. We could have made it a treble here. Let's have a look at how this happened. 6th in the league phase. Playoff round, we didn't play, of course. Round of 16, we just about defeated Pilsen. We defeated Graz in the quarters. In the semis, we won on penalties against Brighton. And we lost, as I already shown you, to Osasuna, just about 3-2. I mean, it is clear why we've done so well. 40 goals by Castro, 18 by Nielsen, 17 and 12 by Fabian, 10 and 11 by Quendak. Real great numbers. We've done really, really well. A great season. First in the Serie A, winner of Coppa Italia, and runner-up of the Conference League. We are ready for Champions League football, and this time we are willing to attack the big prize. We have 252 million. I think that is enough. However, our first signing is going to be a free agent. 19-year-old, 82 rated left back, by the name of Gonçalvo da Costa, a Portuguese man, coming in to at least give us good backup. Our first signing is going to be the one of a new CDM, actually the second signing, if we include the free agent. The first big signing, let's say, of this rebuild altogether. An Italian as well, Sandro Tonali, joining us from Marseille. 70 million, we try to get him back to the top. We've actually made an absolutely crazy transfer. I never would have thought I could do that. But bringing in a new centre-back, now that we are the champions, we can do whatever we want. And it is a releasing feeling to get someone like Alex da Costa for 165 million plus Matteo Gabbia, a 19-year-old centre-back, 90 rated. We have still sold a couple of players in Nicola Bagnolini and Kasper Urbanski, who go away for a total of 8.6 million. So this is the team going into season 6. Svilar still in net, growing, 87 rated. He will grow to an 88 shortly. 82 Vuskovic, 90 rated Da Costa, of course, our new signing. Not even the highest rated player on the team, by the way. Tonali swap goes into the CDM spot. Moro still, the captain, 87 rated. 31 years of age beside him. Fabian, 26, 86 rated. Nielsen at 84. Castro, 91. And the highest rated one, Quenda, still only 20. We've added a couple of world-class players, and that's what happens. Only one loss in 22 games. 10 points ahead of second placed Roma. We are running away with the league. The Super Cup already, on penalties against Juve after already beating Milan in the semis. And in the Champions League, we finished in 3rd place in the league phase, behind both Juventus and Athletic Club, on 17 points, only one loss, which means we are straight through to the round of 16. It is round of 16 time, and we are facing the Germans of RB Leipzig. First at the RB Arena, away from home in Germany, and we win 3-1. Juan Luis Sanchez and a brace by Castro give us a comfortable win. Second leg at the Renato Dallara Return leg. 3-1 up from the first leg. We win again. 2-1. Castro and Nilsson score the goals. 5-1 aggregate. We dismantle Leipzig. In the quarterfinals, we are facing Brighton and Hove. First at home at the Renato della Rai in Italy. Can we get the win? No, we actually lose. Sesko with the only goal of the game, and we lose to Brighton. We've gotten ourselves in a very tricky situation here. Going to Brighton behind on aggregate at the Amex Stadium, and we actually come away with a win. That is so clutch. 3-0. We absolutely dominate Brighton in every sense of the word. Braced by Nielsen and a goal by Fabian. See us walk into the semi-finals. We survive a scare. We are in semi-final territory and another English opponent, Manchester City this time. Another step up to Brighton. And we come away with a 2-2 draw. Foden rescues City at the death. Dalinga gave us the lead. He came off the bench for, of course, Castro in the 49th. Moro also scored. We draw with City away. This is the decider. If we can win this match, we are through to the Champions League final for the very first time in Bologna's history, and we do it. Castro and Tonali with the goals. Two of the most important players of this team, Castro and OG. Foden scored again for City, but we win 4-3 on aggregate. Actually, 3 out of the 4 teams in the Champions League final were from Italy. We have defeated City, the only non-Italians. Juventus have lost the non-Italian affair to Milan, who we will face in that final. At the end of the day, we absolutely crush Serie A. It stays with 1 defeat, 103 points. 100 goals scored. That is absolutely bonkers crazy. We have 26 points ahead of Roma in second, which is even crazier. We even absolutely trash Napoli to win Coppa Italia and make it a double, so we could make it a treble winning the Champions League. Napoli lose the Europa League final. That is not a good omen to Gladbach from Germany. And Aston Villa lose to AZ Alkmaar in the Conference League final. This team absolutely cooked. Look at Nielsen, 89 rated at the age of 19, 51 goals, 19 assists, so 70 contributions in 62 games. 33 for Castro, 22 and 12 for Quenda, and 15 and 15 as well for Fabian, with 9 goals by centre-back Vuskovic. Here is the big one though, a phenomenal team up against AC Milan. Just look at how many players are 88 or 89 rated. Whole midfield 88 rated. 2 93 rated strikers, an 89 rated 19-year-old, 89 rated right back, a 92 rated centre back. Crazy. Great interception by Fabian. Here is Nielsen, our number 10. For obvious reasons. Here goes Castro. What a striker he is. Could have put us up here, and he does. 6 minutes in. This is on legendary difficulty, by the way. We are 1-0 up already. Here come Milan, but no problem for Sanchez. And now we move. This is Fabian. Fabian through the legs into Nielsen. Now Nielsen into Castro. Back into Fabian. We play a beautiful football and score a second. What a goal. Fabian on the end of it. But have you seen that build-up play? It was absolutely beautiful. Let's revisit this. Castro waits for Fabian to make the run. Perfect timing on the ball and a perfect strike in the end. Milan trying to respond here through Lea, who makes a little bit of trickery and scores. One back. What was that? Was not even a little bit of trickery. That was crazy trickery by Leao. And then he scored. Yeah, no question about it. Milan could create again with Hincapi. 43 minutes in. Hincapi, though, opts to go backwards into Zeroli. Now O'Reilly into Gyökeres, no problem. Long ball here in direction of Castro. Wow, what a chance. What a long ball. Second half is underway. We are starting off with the ball here and trying to decide this game right away. Nielsen, balls fall kindly to him. This is a chance and it is 3-1. We have already put a coffin into Milan's hopes with Castro's brace here just after half time. Nielsen recovered this ball with a bit of luck on the left side. Gives it inside to Castro, who just doesn't miss. Here's Fabian, now Tonali. They dominate the midfield. Now again Fabian looking for the ball in behind. Castro. Real chance to make it a hat-trick for himself. Here come Musa. Musa into Lee Kangin. Lee Kangin back into Musa. Milan still not giving up. This is a chance, but we get it away somehow. Not entirely. Another save by the keeper required. Milan on the race here with Theo Hernandez. Great tackle, says the ref. But they get it back. Gyökeres another save. If that was a great tackle, then it was phenomenal. Here is Lee Kangin into Zeroli. Another save by Svila. Great tackle by Tonali, but we still lose it. And now Milan on the attack. This is Gyökeres. Can he bring them back? Yes, 84 minutes in. The game is still not over. 3-2. We are bringing on the likes of Nezevic, even Da Costa for left back. Let's see, what else do we have here? Maybe I don't want to bring off Moro. I can bring off Castro for Dalinga. This is Da Costa against Lee Kang-in, loses him. Chance for Milan. They just put it wide. I mean, yeah, the game is nearly over, and that's good, because in the last really half an hour, Milan have been absolutely on top. We risk another yellow card here, and we get it. It is a red card for Moro, the captain, who will not be able to pick the trophy up now. But that shouldn't be a lot of drama, as another free kick goes into the box by Gyökeres. We get it out, and that should be it. It is. The game is finally over, and I mean, that game, I thought it was over after we scored the first, but of course we can never keep clean sheets, and we have conceded 2 in the end. Luckily for us, the red card in the 90th minute didn't impact the game at all. Tonali is now the captain that Moro has been sent off. He will lift the trophy shortly. I mean, guys, this remit has been great fun, a great pleasure also playing with those guys, even though they dropped off in the last 30 minutes or so. It's still been an absolute blast doing this rebuild. A bit of a different rebuild, of course, with those restrictions we used. But still, I am counting on doing more of those in the future. But lads, if you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video. And also tell me in the comments what else you'd like to see next. I'm going to say goodbye now with Tonali lifting the Champions League trophy. See you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.